Hey friend, Colin here from Something's Recording, and today I'm going to show you how to fix harsh vocals when you're mixing. We're going to be looking at taming the harshness on vocals today using multi-band compression, and this is going to help you make sure your vocal isn't too edgy or too pokey when someone's listening to your track. But before we dive into the vocal here, if you're ready to take your vocal mixes to the next level and really start dialing in your EQ strategy when it comes to mixing vocals, then I have just the thing for you. It is my ultimate guide to vocal EQ, and it's just a simple PDF that will walk you through how to EQ your vocals step by step to help you get polished and professional sounding vocal mixes without any more of the guesswork. It is a completely free guide, and you can download it below using the link in the video description. Now let's jump in here and take a look at this vocal track. This is a finished mix here, but our vocal's a little harsh and it can be a little edgy up in that 3-4K area. So I'm going to show you how to tame that and how to smooth out your vocal a little bit here. Let me hit play. You can hear where our vocal's sitting inside the track. You can hear our vocalist is sitting quite high up in the range here, and a higher sitting vocal like this is usually going to lead to more problems up in the higher mids and the top end. As they're hitting higher notes, we're going to get more resonance up on the top end in the frequency range, so we have more pokey or edgy frequencies to deal with up there, which can lead to a harsher sounding vocal. So how do we deal with that? Now, obviously, one way to deal with it is a de-esser style multi-band compression, but I like to take this a step further. So I'm going to disable this de-esser style multi-band compressor for a minute, and I'm going to pull in a fresh multi-band compressor here. So we're going to do that same style de-essing on the top end that was already there, but we're going to enhance it with kind of a branch off the back end to it. So I have a preset already made on the Multi-Band Dynamics plugin here. It's called De-esser 2K. So it has our normal de-esser setting, but underneath it, we have another band on the compressor that's attacking that harsher high-mid area of our vocal. So if we kind of walk through here, and we'll pull our threshold up in a second, it's set pretty low on the preset here, but we have our 4K and above band, so that's our normal de-essing frequency range is above 4K here. Our ratio is at 20:1. We have our fastest attack, fastest release, so it's working like a limiter here with our really high ratio, and we're just grabbing those S's as fast as possible and then letting go as fast as possible so we harm as little of the top end as possible. We don't want to diminish any air or any of that beautiful top end on the vocal. We just want to pull out those S's. So that's our de-esser range. That's working like normal. But then below it, I have this little extension off the back end here, and this is going from 2K to 4K. So that's that area of a vocal, especially one that's sitting higher, so a higher tuned vocal, where it can get harsh and it can get pokey and we can have a lot of resonance buildup that we need to take care of or tame. So 2K to 4K here, and we're running it exactly like the de-esser range. So 20:1, running it like a limiter, and then fastest attack and fastest release. So any of this resonance that builds up or any frequencies that poke out or jump out or that get too edgy for the listener, this band here is going to grab those as fast as possible and then let go as quickly as possible so we don't harm any of the high-mid area, because the high-mid area is important on our vocal. That's what helps our vocal be heard and be present in the mix, and it helps it cut through. So we want to grab anything that's offending and then let go as fast as possible to leave the rest of the vocal unharmed or untouched here. So I'm going to pull this back. I have them linked at the moment, so it gives us a good starting point, and then we can tweak them from there. So I'm going to pull this up, all the way up to the top here, and we'll slowly bring it down on our vocal till it's sitting more comfortably in the track. And I'll solo up our vocal here so we can hear. Someday when you go, I'll know how to find
someday when you come, I won't fall, no, I won't fall for your lie. Someday, someday when you come, I'll know how to fight your eyes.
So we can see some of those longer passages where he goes up and hits a higher note and holds it. This area between 2K to 4K, the compressor band kicks in and just holds that note in place so it doesn't bloom too much and get out of control and become edgy or harsh for the listener. And we have our top end control with our de-esser. So using this de-esser or using the multiband in 2 bands here for our de-esser, and then kind of cloning that, but bringing it down a range to 2K to 4K to control some of that harshness or edginess in our vocals. So let's do a before and after now with our multiband dynamic.
Someday, someday when you come, I'll know how to fight your eyes. Someday, someday when you come, I won't fall, no, I won't fall for your lie. Someday, someday when you come, I'll know how to fight your eyes.
So that line there, especially that line in particular, you can hear that middle band from 2K to 4K starting to work to hold that note in place so it doesn't resonate too much and it doesn't take over our track. A bigger note like that, especially higher in the range, it's going to resonate. You're going to get a lot more volume, and we're going to get some frequencies that jump out and they get edgy or they get harsh, they get tough to listen to for the listener. So let's listen to that passage there one more time without, and then we'll listen one more time with our multi-band here. Let me just loop it one time through here. So here's without and then with.
I'll know how to fight your eyes. I'll know how to fight your eyes.
It smooths out the vocal on the top end and it controls it in that high mid area so it doesn't get harsh for the listener. So let's jump back to our full range here and we'll throw it back inside the track and see how it is with and without our multi-band here.
Someday when you come, I'll know how to fight your eyes. Someday when you come.
All we're doing here to control that harshness or that edginess on our vocal is adding a little extension off the back end of our de-esser. So if you're using a normal de-esser, you can kind of switch to a multi-band here and it'll give you those 2 ranges. We can control that top end 4K and above and then create this little extension off the back end, and we can get 2K to 4K where all that harshness is and bring the compressor down to control that and help our vocals sit better inside the track. I hope that was helpful for you. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you're ready to take your vocal mixes to the next level and really start dialing in your EQ strategy on vocals, then I have just the tool for you, and it is completely free. It is my ultimate guide to vocal EQ, and you can download it below to start creating more professional vocal mixes in less time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.